Okay, now that we have our scene set up with our reference images, we can start modeling our character. I've hidden everything else in the Maya scene because I really don't need to see it. One thing you could do is I could go to layouts and say two panes side by side, and I could have this one to be my side view, and I could have this one to be my front view. So let's hit 6 on that, and you can have one more if you want. You could also have a 3-view layout and have one as the perspective. So right now I'm simply gonna just go to perspective on this one, and we're gonna first start with a simple polygon cube. So let's go to polygon cube, make sure everything is reset, and let's say create. Let's turn on your wireframe unshaded, and let's just pull this up until about here. Now, some people like to use the X-ray function over here. The reason I don't like in this setup is you can see that even this guy, the image plane in the background, is also X-rayed since it's on a plane too, and it's not an image actually which just stuck to the camera. So I really don't like to use that. What I like to do is I simply like to just quickly give it a right-click, assign new material, quickly give it a new Lambert, and call it model in this case. And maybe if you want, you can give it a slight tint. Right around there. Let's close that. So that way, I can always go Control A to the attribute editor, go to its transparency and take it slightly down. And if you anytime need it back, you can also get it back. So let's turn on wireframe unshaded over here too. And first thing first, like I said before, we're going to start using subdivision surface modeling technique on this guy, and then we're going to convert him back to polys, and you'll see the advantage of that. So with the poly cube over here, I'm simply going to go to modify, convert, and I'll go to poly to sub-D. And if I just go here, I'm going to take the default settings, let's say create. So you can see that my little cube has gone into almost like a sphere now. And if I hit 2 right now, you can see it smooths out, and 3. So it's a nice little display smoothness it shows us in the view. With that, the one thing I'm going to do on subdivision surfaces right now on the sub-D model is right click. And you can see it's got edge, vertex, face, but it's also got something called display finer and display coarser. But something most importantly it's got is the polygon mode, and that's what we're going to go to. So I'm going to go to the polygon mode. What it allows me to do is it gives me a nice little control cage around, or this little box around my object. So basically it's still a sub-D object, but I'm in polygon mode, which means that I can use all my polygon modeling tools on this sub-D object now. So right now I'm just going to go to F3 so I can get my polygon menu set, and I'm simply going to go and right click vertex. I'm just going to go right around here and right till about there, and let's say right over here. Like I said earlier, we can start using all our polygon modeling tools, so I'm just going to tear that edit mesh and put it over here. And pretty much I'm going to start cutting my splitting polygons on this. So insert edge loop tool. Let's use one right around there. And again, right click, vertex, and I'm going to start shaping this guy. And although this is really something we are doing rough right now, in the sense just trying to get as close as we can to our reference image, you will still have to go, after you're done with your model, you'll still have to go and really shape it to get your desired look you want. With this, I'm just going to go down over here, right click face and select the bottom face, and I'm going to use extrude. And with the extrude right over here, I'm simply going to click on scale and scale it, and then G again. G is a hotkey to repeat last command, which was extrude in this case. I'm just gonna extrude it right over here, so right till around there. And you can see that right now I definitely need to scale it down, but I'll do G one more time and scale it. And we can also watch it from the front, and you can see that it started to shape up right over there. And you can see your character, and obviously this is way too thick, but we can always shape it down. And then I'll do one more G. And my G wasn't working right now in this case. That's okay. I'll just put another. Let's undo one step, and I'll do G to extrude. And I'll just have one cut over here so I can extrude his arms. And then I can have, and I'm watching this cut over here and this edge over here. And then G again, and I can pull this guy maybe down over here. And G one more time. And let's have him right over here, and G one more time. And have it maybe... Actually, let's just stop on this level. And let's go back. Let's backtrack a little bit. And let's start shaping this guy. So you can also... And a lot of people will just model one side, and we can totally do that in this character too. We can just model just one side and just copy, just mirror the other side. And that's kind of the approach we will take at a point, or we'll see how it goes right now after we are done. So let's go over here. And so pretty much I'm just shaping this character right now the best I can, and like I said, you will still have to go and reshape the character. So right over here you can see that this is where I want to start matching. This is not exactly matching over here, so I want to start matching the arms over here. So let's go and pull this up, and right before we go to the arms now, I'm just going to go down over here. Let's close this, and pretty much let's go to the side view. Let's start matching this one. So what I'm going to do is, for this, simply just go over here and just right over here. So pretty much pushing and pulling at this point, and right down over here. And again, you can see that this is clearly not matching his neck. And we can just pull this guy at the back over here. And let's go to the front view in this case. And let's try to match this the best you can, like I said. And then we'll start extruding his legs. So you can see that it's kind of getting there. And right over here, after this, what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to go to the bottom face over here. And in the bottom face, although I've pulled this down, I actually want to go to the side. And I didn't want this all the way down because I really wanted to extrude the bottom face. So let's pull this up again. And now let's select let's go a little close actually. And let's select the bottom face. So let's select this guy. And let's go here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a cut over here. So let's go to Edit Mesh, and I'm going to use the new Interactive Split tool right from here to here and hit Enter. And then I'm going to simply select this face and this face. And before that, actually, I'm going to go to Edit Mesh, turn off Keep Faces Together, select this one, and say Extrude. And right over here, you can see that nicely I've got a face over here and a face over here. And G again to extrude. And don't worry about if it's not lining up right now. We can always do that. And let's do another G. And pull it down. And then finally take these two and do a G and pull it out. So here's our basic shape of our character, and we still have to do the arms. So let's just go to this one and this one. And for the arms, it was pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And I'll just do, and again, if it's not matching, I can always push and pull them. So let's do G. If G is not working, simply do extrude. And if it's going up like this, I'll click on this little blue circle over here. So you can see it's in a straight line now. But right now, both are going in one direction. So in this case, I would rather just pull them out first and then do another G. And let's do this and push this in to give that little shirt kind of look, as you can see right over here. And then do G again and pull it out. So let's do extrude. My G was not working again. And then pull it out. And I can just click on this right now and push it down. And right now at this time, I'll just do one side of the character. I'm just going to delete one side of the character and do one more. So pretty much to do that, it's pretty easy. I can do it right now, but I'll rather go to polygon mode and do it. But you can see right now how the character is shaping up. It's a rough version of a character, but it's still nicely shaping up. So we'll continue this in the next video.